Okay. Um, Hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, uh, please type on the comment section. You can hear me. So, okay, guys. So, all what I want to say today is uh, branding. So, I want us to discuss. So, most of my points will not be personal. We are going to go online to know more about branding because um, just like if you go to church, they'll say that you don't have to listen to everything the pastor says, or even though you listen to what the pastor says, you still need to verify from the book, from the Holy Bible, to ensure that you are not misled, right? So the same thing. This commercial and commercial space rather. When a lot of people are making content based on controversies, to create controversies, so they can get comments and likes. And I'm not that kind of person. I'm here for purely educational value, right? So that's the main reason why I am creating this video right now. This is purely for educational value. So, okay. So I will share my screen now, so we can, so we can. Um, so before I share my screen, I want to say something. What is branding? Branding is, according to a lot of experts I've listened to, branding is not logo. Branding is not color. Branding is not what you are selling, the product or the services. Branding is not your flyer. Branding is not your business page. Branding is not who you are. Branding is not the size of the company. But branding is, let me just put it in normal, simple terms, customer feedback. I used to wonder before, I used to wonder why so many big organizations, even YouTube, ask for feedback, viewers' feedback, client feedback, customers' feedback, reviews, and stuff like that. Those are your feedback, your reviews, those positive reviews, those feedback you get from clients, customers, viewers, audience. Those are branding. So now let me break it down further. How your customers feel, the idea, the picture you create in the mind of your customers, how people see your product, how your product, the reaction your product causes in the market is what is called branding. I don't know if you guys understand. So the reaction, the reaction that your your uh, the reaction that your product or your service creates in, within between customers or within customers or clients or within the market is called brand. So now before okay, let me share my screen so we can talk more about um so so today okay, let's ask Google now. Or should we ask Google? Let's ask Google what is branding? What is branding? So now we're asking Google what is branding. And now you see, branding is the process of creating a strong positive perception of a company, its product or services, customer mind by combining elements like logo, design, mission statement, and consistent messaging. So now I think logo is kind of wrong here in the last part of this statement. So the correction is branding is the process of creating a strong positive perception or impression or thinking, way of thinking of a company's product and services in customer mind. Right? Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of okay. It's almost the same thing. I think I didn't get it that now. I think he later defined how this perception can be created in the mind of customers, which is one, uh, logo, design, mission statement, and consistent messaging to help create a kind of perception customers' mind, right? And that is what we call brand. It is the perception in customers' mind that is called branding. So branding is never created if branding can never be created or can never be established if there is no mind of the customers. Branding is directly proportional to the mind, the perception of a customer. I think that is very simple. So branding directly or equal to the perception of customers. Now, and from this explanation here, you notice that there are a lot of things that create that perception, right? There are a lot of things that create that perception. So since that is well known, now one thing I want to say is how can branding be established? So before I move further, you see here consistent messaging. After logo, after design, after creating the messages, they are dead, they are useless if there's no what consistent messaging. And what is consistent messaging? Marketing. That's what it is saying. Marketing. You need to market your products to get to customer. Now, back then in school, where we talk about products, right? Product. It's never a product that is created is never a product to get to the world to the consumer. So your product is just a push, right? It becomes a product when a customer says it's a product, when a customer demands for it, it's a product. So your product still a goods, still a goods or whatever until it gets to what customer. So your brand, your company, whatever is still a business or whatever you're going to call it until it get to a customer, impress the customer by creating that impression. Now, before your goods can get to the customer, before your service can get to the customer, there must be what we call market, right? For example, you are um, you run a laundry business, right? Services, right? So you have banner, you have your location, your space created. People are, people who are passing by, they have other similar services that they patronize or they buy from, right? Now you need to consistently, let me use that word, consistently uh, send that message to the audience, to the market, that you are different. That is your mission statement. That you are different, that you are unique, continuous messaging, consistent messaging through any marketing medium, right? Until that is established and your client or your client or any customer buys from you before a perception is created in the mind of the customer, like, wow, these guys are really different. Their products are different. The way they handle their customer service is unique. Their product is unique. They run a very unique system of operation. I really like that. Really benefit me. You understand? Uh, to branding, let me keep it up. What do you mean by branding? We've talked about that. Okay, let me talk about what are the 5 C's of branding. Now, clarity, consistency, content, connection, confidence are all equally important in building a successful personal brand, right? And all these things are not branding. Oh, don't forget, those are just the 5 C's of branding. Clarity, you must your, your business your mission statement should be very clear. Your business plan, model, or project should be very clear. Clarity. Uh, okay, let me give an example. Someone reached out to me ask me to design a business card. That business card is asking me to he's asking me to put the laundry logo. He's asking me to put a fashion design logo on the same complimentary card. At this moment, I was confused. I've never done such a project before. So I asked again, I should put this same logo, yes. On the way of designing, it took now, okay, add the services. This is what I do. I should add it to the card. I look at the services. They are both services of a business and services of a fashion designing business on the same card. Now, imagine that card is being handed to uh, someone for based on marketing purpose. First of all, there will be confusion because of lack of clarity. Who are you? What are you like? I don't know. At the end of the day, even when this client needs your service, they'll be confused on exactly what they want or what they can buy from. So clarity, consistency, content, connection, and confidence. Consistency, you know what it means. You have to keep sending that message, passing that message, running that ad, running that uh, stuff over and over until you create that you establish your brand in the minds of people. You establish your business in the minds of people rather. Content, content. All these are the C's of branding. Your business will remain your business within your family. Your family members will be the one buying from your community. Even your community will not buy from you if you put content out. Now, if it was in the 90s or in the 80s or even the early 20s, we will not be talking about content because there was no social media, right? But even content, there was even content in the early 20s because we have TV stations that run ads. So those ads are even content. Content, yeah, they're content. So now, this is the AI generation, right? Right? And a lot of people have social media. I don't know the last time I sat down in front of television, but I am always on my laptop and on my phone. Social media run across through the gadgets, right? So when you run content, whether it is expensive or not expensive, as long there is clarity in your message, definitely continuous content will create a connection. When that connection is com- established, then customer will become having confident, will become to trust your brand, your business rather. And if that process continue for a period of time, brand brand, brand will be established. Branding will be established. So after that is done, now let's ask about ways. So let's ask what are the frequent questions that have been asked about branding. If you look at yeah, related search branding, what is branding in market? What is advertising? Branding meaning what is branding in business? What is packaging? Type of branding, right? What is branding in graphic design? What is sales promotion? Importance of branding. Five importance of branding. All these are very, very young. So let's talk about we talked about branding, right? We'll talk about the types of branding now. Types of now. From here, branding comes in various forms, right? Products, personal, corporate, retail, go, service, online, line, and co-branding are various forms of branding. Is that you are branding a product or is a personal branding, corporate branding, small business branding, which is the retail, or a geographic is like America now branding themselves, China branding themselves, Spain branding themselves, even the Premiership, La Liga branding themselves. Those are geographical kind of branding, right? There are services kind of branding, like I said, you have online branding, offline branding, then co-branding. Each are unique focus and applications. Now, if you look at the first one, personal branding is one of the most popular type of branding that needs a consistent effort to position oneself as an authority in the market. That's what it means, right? Now, branding, defined branding is personal branding requires for personal instead of branding for an entire business. Um, Personal branding, like you, you run a service, right? You run this, like I'm a graphic designer now. I do personal branding. I have my brand name. I have my colors. I have I know my services. I try to create an impression in the minds of every client that I work with, so that they can trust me even from the first time, from the first moment they start having conversation with me. They have to trust me. But if they don't trust me, then we cannot actually work together. So that is one important of personal brand. So personal brand is just like when you run a single business, a single organization, you want to brand yourself. Now corporate branding is, uh, for example, branding of corporations. So this involves creating an identity for your company as a whole rather than just yourself. So maybe as a graphic designer, when I decide to open an agency that is now, I'll be creating a brand for the agency, not just myself, right? For that, do you understand now? So I think personality around your company, defining its values, objectives, and purpose for targets. Six years. I don't want to say that. Now, service similar to product branding, right? It's a design, branding a product or branding services. Same thing. Service, product and services makes one company service different from another. I said it before. So why should someone has an auto repair business, you are opening a one. What makes it different? Why should I live where having fixed car that I trust and come to you? What is that you are giving me? What is the extra values? You know, what are your standards? What are your values? You understand? Service branding leverage of the customers. Service brand leverage on the need of customers. The need of customers. Companies that use the service branding seek to provide customer with world-class service. You understand? Name it. Service branding applies the principle of corporation or corporate branding to tangible service rather than physical products. You understand? Corporate branding. So for you to even have that service brand, that means you must have an agency that run different services. So can I say now, branding is not about your product. Branding is not about your service. Branding is not about you. Branding is about your customer, 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 customer. So that's all what branding is. Perception of customers on the minds of customers, right? If people are complaining about your product, you better do something about it. People are complaining about your service, complaining about your workers, complaining about saying that they are not happy, then you have to do something about it. Yeah, you have to do something about it. So one of the secrets is sometimes you just let your client, your customer know that okay, I know you have been having some difficulty with our services for some time now. We know, I'm truly sorry, and promise to work on do work on that. You can give them a discount or a bonus for being a loyal customer during the process of when you are having difficulty. So now you solve the problem, you solve their grievances, right? And you also compensate them. A lot of this is a lot of network provider in Nigeria do that a lot. I'll give an instance. If MTN, Glo, or Airtel were having a bad network during a certain period of time, when that is fixed, they send a message to apologize, or they will send a message before they said that problem is fixed to tell you that to understand what you are passing through, we're having problems with our service, we're working on it, and we'll get back soon. Can you bear with us? And sometimes when they do that, they also tell you that our service have been fixed or those period that this happened, this is No, I don't know if you understand. So they should solve their problems, ensure their customer are happy, and also reward them for their with customers. Simple as that. You are rendering service. Try to if you are running a business that renders services, I believe such thing like should be done. For example, can I give an example? I've been working with this client in the clients with this company rather. So, but through the staff of the company, I am so but that time, the CEO of the company approached me directly, gave me a very large job. So which I designed, I render certified, I'm a graphic designer, brand product designer. He gave me the service to design complement card and other stuff. So after this designing of the complement card and the other stuff, so there was a mistake in the entire graphic over it also pieces of graphics a business card. So there was a mistake. The mistake was it was not entirely my fault. The mistake was uh, the application from the company. So, but because I missed a particular step my in my design process, so I could not was not able to identify that problem. So after printing and I delivered the product, the company sent me a message that there is a mistake in the product I delivered that this is not what they requested for. And immediately I told them that they should not worry. What's the issue? I identified the issue. I told them they should not worry that this is time tomorrow, next they are going to get uh, materials. So wait I go back to work, corrected those errors, repeat and send. Now, and I can tell you that for the I made times six of the money, times eight, not only that times 10 of the money I made from the initial deal, eight times 10 from the company. But that's I tried to argue with the company, mistake for this, this is what you sent, even though I did, it was not actually entirely my fault, blah, blah. And I decided, okay, and I lose that client. That's how I would have lost a, a stream of income to my company for that year. I moved to the other year. We are still running business just because I make them feel I can be reliable. So I don't know if it takes like I don't know if I can take any more messages, but like I said, maybe this is over half an hour, so I'll be stopping this live section. Maybe on that day we'll talk about because the more we understand what branding is, if as a graphic designer, it will give you an edge when it comes to designing, when it comes to designing brand identity for customers, and maybe when it comes to educating your customers on what they need to know about logo designs, brand identity design, and so right. So that is all I have to say. Today, I remain yourself. Mr. Anthony, the number one graphic design tutor, online tutor. I am not an online tutor, I'm a physical tutor. So that's why you see me online because I have a student I need to attend